There's like these kids that go on TikTok and then they speak about certain people who've fallen off since high school days, and they're just like, oh, where's this nigga? Like, he fell off. Like, we don't see him anymore on the socials. And now it's just this laughing fest. And it's like, you kids need to grow up and realize that success is not measured by social media popularity, and that a lot of people that have fallen off probably took some time off to figure themselves out and life out, because lempilo eniyiphilayo on social media is not real life. Real life is tough, and ayikho nje into ekuthiwa i-success here overnight that is very much rife on social media that we keep on seeing ukuthi abantu bayavuka and now they are stars. Ayikho nje leyo nto. Anyone who's successful will tell you ukuthi it's hard work, and a lot of it happens in the background. And the road to success is also very lonely, because a lot of the time people don't want to see you succeed, and people don't really support you like that. They can hype you, they can claim to support you on social media in comments because you're popular, but when you're doing the hard work on the ground and you need people to actually show up for you and to actually plug you with resources, connections, it's quiet. And you can see that a lot of these kids abakayazi impilo sinjani. This thing of wanting to trend off of someone else's downfall, you want to gather people to laugh about how someone has fallen off. And it's like impilo can humble you namhlanje. Njengoba uhleka wena, you're kicking and high, whatever you have, that little popularity you also think you have, could be gone. Anything that we possess in this life can be taken away from us so quickly. That's why it's so important to be humble and realize, everything that you have is a blessing. It's a blessing because we don't live by our own doing. We actually live by grace. It's God's grace that you have whatever you have. It's God's grace that you are able to even brag. It's God's grace that you even woke up today. And the first thing you thought to do is to get on the internet and laugh about how someone has fallen off. You don't even know once again. You don't even know what this person has been battling behind closed doors, things that they didn't bother to tell you about. You don't know the full story. And that's the thing about social media, is that we're all just these characters. We're falsely portraying our lives. It's optic illusions, and we don't get the full picture. That's why it's so important to always just choose to be kind. If you're going to speak on someone, let it be positive. Let it be something that is constructive. Let it be something that's progressive. Let it be something that builds. Maybe you share a little bit about this person's craft, whatever they're pushing, the work that they're doing, whatever it is. Just try and uplift people, support people, amplify people's voices. We've made it cool to be haters on social media. It's not cool to be a hater. It's actually very distasteful. Like, grow up, because it's gonna be you one day who needs help, who needs support, who needs someone to actually put in a good word for you. And you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna experience exactly what you're doing, maybe even 10 times worse, because that's how life actually works. When you put out negative energy, it comes back to you 10 times worse. So be careful what you're saying about people, especially if it's negative. Like what America was trying to do with banning kids from having TikTok and putting age restrictions, and everyone was in this huge uproar about it. But it's actually so important to really up the age of who actually gets to be on these social media apps, because a lot of us have not developed. Like, our prefrontal cortex is not developed, we're not mature, but we're here on social media and we're really spewing out a lot of rubbish because we actually just need to take some time off and grow up.